So here we are now at the social media tutorials and best practices homepage. Here you're going to find three main sections. The first one is getting started, helping you begin forming your social media strategy and whatnot. Moving forward would be the second section, goes into more details of different practices that you can implement into the strategy you've created. And finally, evaluating your performance, giving more in-depth look at the analytical tools that you can use to understand how you are performing with your social media strategy. So first, let's go up and we'll walk through what you can find in the Getting Started section. First, we have a link here that gives tips for implementing a social media strategy for starting out and creating one. And actually, you can click here on this link and it'll bring you to a set of tips, some major questions that the user may find as they explore different social media. And these are really basic questions that can be answered quickly to help you get started and figure out how you want to approach developing your social media strategy with your business. So I'll exit out of that. Next, we're looking at a site where it gives you a little more insight into the unique terminology involved with some popular social media platforms. So click on that link and it brings you to this page here where it gives you the ins and outs that you need to really get started with, at least for Facebook, Pinterest, Skype, Twitter. Those are all major types of social media. And also some information on blogging. So that'll help you figure out the different terms that are used so that you can move forward with ease with your social media strategy. Also, looking at step 3 here, this link shows you how to set up your social media profile, and not just how as far as in where to log in and whatnot, but also some tactics you may want to implement while you're forming your social media profile. Some best practices that you can use that'll be more effective for you later on as you maintain your social media strategy and move forward. So we'll exit out of that and we'll look at the moving forward section. So a lot of social media is mostly used for marketing. So the stuff you're going to see here is actually very marketing related. First link right here will bring you to a set of best practices concerning your marketing tactics in social media. For instance, asking questions on your social media profile to your customers, trying to get involved. This is the conversational marketing that has been mentioned in the introduction video to the website. So we have some information from other experts who have actually done work in helping businesses implement their social media strategy and market themselves better. And so I won't go into the link here, but we have Jeff Bullis, who has helped many companies before implement a social media strategy, offers the 5 essential tips or steps while you're beginning your social media marketing experience. We also have some examples of what a social media marketing campaign should look like, and clicking here on this link would bring you there. And another major thing that businesses use social media for is to do promotions, trying to sell customers on their products. For example, discounts, bundles. And so clicking on this link will actually bring you to a set of do's and don'ts that you should consider if you want to start using promotions in your social media profile. And it really emphasizes the fact to not be the pushy salesperson. That also goes back to the conversational marketing that I just talked about. It's really about connecting with your customers and making sure that they understand the product in a way that is a personal experience for them, rather than just a purchase. So we'll exit out of that. And here are a few tips on this last point of moving forward, for driving your sales through social media. And it talks about tracking your customers, which we can get into further in a moment, and using Twitter, and rewarding your fans and best customers. It goes into great detail on all of these things, and very helpful to the small business owner. So it's definitely something to check out and consider if you're trying to increase your sales levels. And finally, is the performance of evaluating your performance of your social media strategy. And so, right now in the site, all we have is a large tutorial on using Facebook's Page Insights feature. This is a great analytical tool for understanding your key demographics, and this actually works in a way like a portal. There's so much information involved with this analytical tool, that we broke it down so that you can look into what is more specifically related to your questions. Here in this section, you're going to see more information on key definitions and jargon. Some of it may be repetitive of the Facebook 101 you saw earlier in this podcast. Also, general information on getting started, setting up your profile, things to consider. May also be somewhat repetitive there, but provides greater depth if you feel you haven't gained enough information yet. But the most important part of this features page are understanding the metrics. These are the measurements. I'll click on metric 1 for your likes, just to give you an example of what they look like on this website. So these metrics are what you really want to measure as the business owner when you're considering what your customers are doing online, more specifically in relation to your company and your products. And so it's set up in a way where it gives you a question that maybe you may have or other business owners may have as they're first using this analytical tool. And it gives you ways to not only get to that place but understand what you're looking at. And this may also change as Facebook changes the analytical tool, and we'd like to add some more graphics in for the user. But metric 2, talking about reach, which is a different type of measurement on Facebook, is set up exactly like you saw with the likes page. So that is it for the tutorials and best practices page. We'll have some other podcasts talking about the other sections of the Social Media Center portal.